Hello there, guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of our Houston Wranglers expansion franchise. And today, we're going to be doing the NHL Draft. Obviously, if you watched the last video, you know there's a lot of good players up here in this top 5. We have the 5th pick, so we got the butt end of it. But whoever someone doesn't pick, we're hoping Cohen Keatley. Center sniper, France, A+ shooting with good defense. He looks amazing with an X factor. So hopefully that's going to be our guy. But it also very could be Zachary Montoya as well if number 4 team doesn't want to pick defenseman. But hopefully we get that center. And this episode, I'm planning on trading up for Semyon Frolov, the 18-year-old goalie that's 1 year away. So I think that'd be a great start. So yeah, let's get right into this here. We're in the NHL draft, and Pittsburgh has the 1 and 2 selection here. Who are they gonna take? First overall, Pittsburgh selects Landon Staples, the left wing sniper from the U.S. 4-star shooting, 3.5-star puck skill right off the bat. They instantly get a beauty scorer to play in the back end of Crosby's career. Second pick, Andronov. It's the Crosby-Malkin combo, except pretty different. This guy's a two-way forward, but still. 4.5-star shooting, 4.5-star puck skills, 4-star defense as just a rookie. He's going to be incredible. Number 3, Quinn Strudwick goes to San Jose. The 5'8", 160-pound playmaker. That's going to be a great player for them, but he is very one-dimensional being that playmaker there. We're going to see if Chicago's willing to trade down a pick, because there's 2 good players, but we're really in desperate need for forward. We don't know much about this draft, so I'm okay giving up some futures. Oh wow, they accept it. Alright, here we go. With the number 4 pick in the Houston Wranglers. So with that trade moving up, we have a choice between Zachary Montoya, the 6'4", 200-pound defenseman from the U.S., and Cohen Keatley, the 6'1", 190-pound sniper out of France. And I think our pick is in. With the first ever pick in the Houston Wranglers franchise mode, we're going to select the center sniper out of France, Cohen Keatley. 81 overall, medium elite center sniper with elite edges, 4-star shooting, 4-star skating. Everything else is pretty well rounded, so he can be a stud. We have got ourselves a stud here in Houston. Alright, so now to round out the top 5 picks, the Blackhawks are going to take Zachary Montoya, the defense we passed up on, and he's very good. Only 74 overall, but unstoppable and send it. So he already has some good offensive touch, and he might be a really good defenseman one day. But we needed that center sniper. We needed something exciting on our team. We didn't have any big name. Here we go. Kozlov goes to Nashville. The medium top 6s, they take a grinder. So it's definitely dropped off pretty heavy down to this portion of the draft. Number 10, Pobazel to Buffalo. Top 9, top 6. So after the top 10, this draft has completely tanked. They're drafting a 60 overall, medium top 9. So it's gone really downhill to now. We're going to see if we can trade for that goalie up here with the Islanders pick. Let's see if I can figure out a trade. Alright, so we have Svozil and Berard, and the Islanders are interested in both. We're also offering them our 5th rounder, so they're interested in all 3. Let's see if they accept. They accept it for the 17th overall pick. We trade 2 young prospects. And yeah, honestly, that was a lot less than I thought. But this draft has been very weak so far, so maybe they were willing to trade out of it. They weren't too concerned. But there's a goalie, and Islanders didn't need a goalie. We see a goalie that looks like he could be a future stud. We know how well Russian goalies usually turn out in the NHL. Look at Vasilevsky. Look at all those other goalies. Semyon Frolov hopefully can follow in their footsteps. With our second pick in our franchise, we're taking the 18-year-old 200-pound goalie out of Russia, Semyon Frolov. He's a 72 starter right out of the draft. So he didn't have the medium elite tag, but he's already an AHL backup, meaning he'll be ready very soon. So this could be a guy we can grow to be a great starting goalie for us in the future. I am very happy with that pick. So this portion of the draft now, we want to see who we can trade on our team. I'm looking at the defenseman. We know Gostisbehere is going to be a big piece for us, but also Pesce and Chernak have no trade clauses. But you look at Roy and you look at Spurgeon, and those are two very movable pieces, and two pieces that someone will probably pay a hefty price for. So I'm gonna go look around the league and see if we can get anything for these defensemen. Looking at Charlie Stramel from Minnesota, the 2023 23rd overall pick, I believe. He played for Michigan State in college this year. Very good player, good playmaker, 3.5 star playmaking. He's already 74 overall, medium top 6 at 20 with one ability, no contest. So we're gonna see if we can make a trade with Minnesota here. We got Roy and Spurgeon. We just took Spurgeon from them. I feel like that'd be ridiculous if they take him back. He's 35. We're going to see if Matt Roy is willing to... Oh, they're not. He's not. We're going to ask him. Hopefully, he can waive his no-move clause here. So, let's chat about your clause in your contract. Okay, actually, we're gonna ask this. Waiver clause. No. Alright, so Matt Roy's not willing to go to... not willing to go. Anyways, now we got to find someone else. Spurgeon is also not willing to go. We're going to ask Spurgeon if he's willing to go back to his... Okay. I'm shocked you disregarded my trade list, but fine. Okay. Sounds good. So, pretty much, we're going to retain half of Spurgeon's salary for 2 years. Come on, EA. Alright, let me get back to the trade. So, basically, we're going to retain half of Spurgeon's salary for 2 years, which is going to be about $3.5 million. And, I mean, I think that should be good enough. They're going to have an 86 overall defenseman with multiple abilities at only 3.8 million for 2 seasons. For 1 season, actually. For Charlie Stramel, we probably could get more, but I feel like this is more of a fair trade. Just 1 for 1. Will it go through? Trade accepted. We now get another prospect in Charlie Stramel, the 74 overall, 20-year-old playmaker. So there we go, making big moves already in this franchise mode. Here we go. Let's see. I'm looking at this one player here, Artemanov. Let's see if the Capitals want any of our defensemen. They're sellers, so I assume probably not. No, they're not interested, so we're not going to trade up here into this pick. Let's see if they take that Russian. They don't. Zach Morin they take. He's supposed to go around 30th, and they took him up at 20. So they jumped really high there to take him. Now we can offer Ottawa something. Right now we got Gosper, Pesce, Chernak. Sandberg is someone they want. Clevin they want back. Jacob Bernard Docker, their former defenseman. So one of these guys really isn't going to play. We also have Pierre-Olivier Joseph. I'm thinking Dylan Sandberg. He's making a ton of money with that RFA deal he signed in Winnipeg. We're going to see if Ottawa's willing to take Sandberg here. Dylan Sandberg in a 6 for the 22nd pick. Trade does not go through. Alright, this is interesting. We're going to see if we could trade our second rounder for their third next year and maybe add in a fourth. Sandberg in our second for the first, third and fourth the next year. Trade does not go through again. How about without the fourth? It does. We now have the 22 pick in this year's draft. And Nikita Artemonov is standing on the board. Another Russian. We have drafted only European players today. Nikita Artemonov, only 1 year out from being an NHL player. Leadership ability, creativity, and playmaking ability. So he looks like a playmaker. We're going to take him. The 22nd pick is a 72 playmaker, low top 6, with good playmaking stats, good skating. So honestly, not too bad. I wish it would have been a medium top 6, right? That would have been a lot better. But 19 years old, this guy can make an impact. He definitely can. So I'm pretty happy about that. That will be a player. Now we only got the 168th pick. Over to the 6th round. Right here, Brian Vigilante. Goal scoring, character, shot utilization. Yeah, his character seems right. He's a vigilante from the US. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to take him. Oh, that's not showing him. Brian Vigilante, the 5'11", two-way forward. He's a bottom 6 forward, 49 overall. He's not great, but in this first year, the picks at the end of the draft are terrible. They're just nothing. So see if we can get anything okay here. 7th round, we'll shoot it. Norbert Haller from Germany. A low top 6 defensive defenseman. It's somebody, and we'll take it. Low top 6 defensive defenseman, and that is the NHL Draft. We take Keatley, Frolov, Artemonov, Vigilante, and Haller. Those are our draft picks for this year. Now we're in the re-sign stage, and we gotta re-sign some guys. Pretty much a bunch of the RFAs are up. Nick Robertson, Podkolzin, Jack Drury, Jonathan Beecher, Connor Dewar, Alexander Holtz. There's a lot of them, right? So, starting off, Charlie Stramel. We're going to sign him to a deal. He's expiring. We're going to give him $950, 3 years to play in the AHL. Here in Flint, there's Charlie Stramel. I'm very happy about that pick. And possibly his line mate, Jan Mysick. 2-year deal. We're going to give him an extension. Alexander Holtz, he's asking for only a 1-year deal, $975, and we're just going to give it to him. He might be playing in the AHL, might be playing 4th line. We'll see. Nick Robertson now. This is a big one too. 1 year. I'm okay with the 1-year deals because we're an expansion team, right? Everybody's going to get their shot, but we don't know who's going to get their shot. And we don't want to lock ourselves in with somebody that we're not too interested in keeping. Podkolzin, I could see him playing power play time. We don't have many good offensive players, and he is a power forward, so we're going to give him a 2-year deal. I'm okay giving him a 2-year deal, seeing if he can make something happen. Jack Drury, we know who he is. We know what he is. We're going to offer him 3 years. 3 years at $175. See if he takes that. He could be a good bottom 6 center for us. Samoskevich here. He's only asking for 1.9, and we know he will be a great bottom 6 forward for us in the future. Possibly a little bit more than that. We're going to offer him 2.1 for 4 years. I feel like that's a fair deal. Let's see if anyone takes their offer. Jack Drury resigns. Vasily Podkolzin resigns. There we go. Sammy Samoskevich rejects his offer. He wants to continue his career in a mid-sized market. That's interesting. All right. I'm not sure what I put. I think I put my market as small nationally. Let's see, Samoskevich. Come on. We're going to offer you 2.2 for 4 years. Samoskevich has re-signed here in Houston. Not really re-signed. He was never really signed with us, but he kind of was. All right. We got Bernard Docker, Barron, Joseph Lundqvist, and Bolduc. Let's get some of these guys back here. Jacob Bernard Docker, I'm interested in giving him a 1-year deal. I don't know much about Bernard Docker. I'm not sure how he's going to sim for us. We don't really know much about these guys, and I'm not too interested in having bad deals on my team. So I'm interested in just giving a couple guys 1-year deals and feeling it out for next season. Next season, is obviously going to be a pretty big season where we figure out a lot about our team. We're going to offer Lundqvist a pretty hefty amount for 1 year. We got the money. We need to hit the cap for anyways. Samuel Bolduc will also pay you. So there we go. That's pretty much everybody. Connor Dewar will bring back 1 year. Same with John Beecher. 1 year deal. Doesn't hurt anybody. And Ryan Reeves, he doesn't want to extend. But Ryan, where else are you going to go? We're giving you $1.9 million. Let's see. Barron accepts. Ryan Reeves accepts. Pierre-Olivier Joseph accepts. So there we go. That is our re-sign stage for this free agency. And in case you guys are curious, these are our coaches. We got Roach, Amir Roach. Pretty solid coach. The teaching's not good, which is pretty unfortunate. But everything else is not too bad. So we're going to free agency. I'm not sure if anyone crazy is going to be in here, but there may be someone interesting. We saw Alex Tuck was expiring. We saw a couple pretty good expiring players in that expansion draft. Eichel, Natchez, Harley, Anderson, Kempe, McMichael. There are some great players in this free agency. Obviously, number one, we're looking at Jack Eichel, 94 overall. So I guess it just jumped a year in the game, which is kind of funny. It's funny how it doesn't just actually do that in the schedule, but technically we've jumped a year. Eichel is in free agency. Marty Natchez is an RFA, I believe. He's an RFA, 90 overall playmaker. That could be an interesting one. I'm just not sure we want to give up our futures for him. Thomas Harley there for Dallas is asking for big money. We got Rasmus Anderson, Adrian Kempe. I mean, why not offer Eichel some big money? Let's see what he wants. I'm not sure about joining your team, but I'm willing to hear what you have. We're going to charm him. The Riz. The Riz. Persuasion. Success. Contract. What do you want, Eichel? 7 years. A 7-year deal. We're gonna improve the offer. Clauses. We're gonna give you full no move for 7 years. That helps a little bit. This doesn't meet my expectation. We need to address playing time demands. Okay. Line 1. He's liking us. We're going to improve the offer even more. We will also give you the power play. Okay. 7-year deal at $11 million. We're going to offer him, we're going to offer him 11.5 here. We'll offer that 1.5 or 12.2 million. 12.2 million for 7 years, Jack Eichel, to come to the Houston Wranglers and jumpstart our franchise here. We're also looking at Rasmus Anderson and Adrian Kempe just sitting here in free agency. Kempe, the sniper, looks very, very good. He has elite quick release. Adrian Kempe, what would he think about joining our team? We might offer Kempe a 4-year deal here in Houston. 9.5 million. We're going to see if Kempe's interested. We'll offer him 10 mil. We'll see if Kempe's interested in joining the Houston Wranglers. Adrian Kempe, 4 years, 10 million a season. Let's see if these guys accept. Come on, Eichel. Come on, Eichel. This would be huge. He'd be our first captain. I think he'd have to be. Adrian Kempe rejects. I'm seeing a consistent playoff team. Jack Eichel has decided to join your Houston Wranglers in year number 1. Year 1, we are going to have Jack Eichel as the number 1 center. I cannot believe this. This is amazing. Jack Eichel is a part of the Houston Wranglers. expansion franchise. That is nuts. So that's going to be our captain year one. He has to be. And we got some room now. Let's take a look at what we can be possibly doing with our lines. Because now we got a stud here. Jack Eichel, obviously #1 center. But everyone else, there's not many. There's Newhook, Samoskevich, Robertson. We need somebody else. We need somebody else that we can pair Eichel with. Obviously, Eichel is a stud. We need somebody that he can work together, though, and have, have them carry our team. Kempe's here. I'm thinking if we have Eichel, we can maybe move Nick Robertson up, and hopefully Robertson can play on a crazy line and just completely grow with those guys. Adrian Kempe, he already rejected our offer. We're gonna up this to 5 years, $10 million. Straight no move. Screw it. Adrian Kempe. Can Kempe come to your Houston Wranglers again and create a crazy offseason story? Rejects again. Adrian Kempe is not too interested in signing here. We're gonna have to offer him a little bit more. Come on, Kempe. If he's not gone already, if he didn't go somewhere else. I don't want to cheese it too much and just offer him a ton of money because I don't think that's completely fair. This game favors really towards a ton of money. Money being offered, the player usually goes. He wants 7 years. I don't want to give him 7 years till he's 35. I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. But we might have to. It might be important here. Let's see if we can get him 6 years. Closer to what he wants. 6 years at 8.85. Will Adrian Kempe finally take the deal and come to Houston? He rejects, and he goes to the Calgary Flames. Adrian Kempe joins the LA Kings rivals this year. Wow, the LA Kings fans would not be happy about that. Adrian Kempe just leaving them, joining Calgary. They get some offense too. I don't mind that for Calgary. That's not a bad little pickup. Not a bad pickup there, but that leaves us really without any great options on offense. Like, there's Natchez asking for $12 million, and he's obviously incredible, Natchez. But let's see the offer sheet. $12 million. That's next 4 years of first rounders, and I'm sorry, we might not be that good. And Natchez is not worth 4 years of top picks in the draft. I can't come to terms doing that. We can look, though, at any young players here. Vitaly Kravtsov, the Rangers' former first-rounder, I believe. And he's sitting here in free agency, unsigned. We're going to give him an offer. Why not? We'll give you a $1.5 million deal. Start off. There, he accepts it right away. Vitaly Kravtsov, a 25-year-old young player still. We'll see if he accepts that deal. Zachary Bolduc is an RFA. Okay, I thought he was a UFA. That would have been nice. But here's Antonio Strange's former London Knight, drafted by Dallas. Let's see if we can grab him for 2 years. He accepts to play in the AHL. That's good. So we get another AHL player to pair alongside of some of those young guys down there. Anyone up here, though, in the anyone free agency that we can have? Jet Wu. We're going to bring Jet Wu in to play a defensive role down there in the AHL. Anyone else? No one else. I'm too interested. Goalies. Sebastian Casa is a UFA. We're going to sign him. Sebastian Casa. You guys let me know if we trade him back to Detroit, but that's ridiculous. Sebastian Casa, he's not a great goalie yet. He really isn't. He hasn't proven anything, but he's 74 overall, low elite. They gave up on him. Detroit didn't want him anymore. They gave up on him. We got him now. Sergei Bobrovsky's in there. Teams are interested. Stuart Skinner. Very interesting free agency so far. We've had a crazy ride. I think while we're in the offseason, we're going to start looking at some trades here. So we do want to get rid of Matt Roy. We want to get rid of him before the season so we still have some good value on him. He is 30 years old. 10-team no trade. We're going to see if there's anybody that's willing to pay a pretty hefty price for Matt Roy. Around, I see the Toronto Maple Leafs are offering Easton Cowan here on the block. And I think that could be an interesting fit for us. He's only a two-way forward, which it makes no sense to me. I'm not sure how they ever watched him play in real life and figured, yeah, that's a two-way forward. But he looks all right, and we definitely could change him. So Easton Cowan, not looking too bad. Matt Roy is willing to go to the Leafs as well. We might need to retain some salary. I don't want to retain $4 million for 4 years, especially after the big deal we just gave Eichel. Let's see if there's any bad contracts here. I don't believe there really is. They signed Alex Kerfoot in free agency. The Leafs took Kerfoot back. There's still David Kampf that they might be interested in getting rid of. Let's see if that's. Now we only need to retain $2 million. Honestly, I'm not sure Easton Cowan is worth this. I'm going to try and find a different guy. I'm not retaining $2 million of Matt Roy's salary. I had a really tough time trying to find any trade partners for Matt Roy. So honestly, I think we're just going to sim to the season and see if we can put together some good lines here. Because honestly, I think their team's pretty good. Other than the lack of offense, Jack Eichel hopefully could pick a ton of that up. But yeah, let's get right to the preseason. Here in the preseason, but what I forgot to do is to sign our goalie and our center to an NHL deal. Because, honestly, for the goalie, he's going to be playing down the AHL. That's good for him, but we could really, really use anything exciting on our team. And Cohen Keatley is exactly that. 81 overall. He's pretty much the same overall as everyone on our team. We're looking at it. I was thinking, oh, is he going to play in the NHL this year? I'm looking at the lineup. I would die if he's not on this team. If he's not playing second line center by the end of the year, we haven't had a good year. It's been a bad year. So we're going to fix these lines. Maybe give him a shot on the first line this preseason with Jack Eichel and see how he does. Lines for preseason. Newhook, Eichel, Keatley, the first line. We got playmaker, and sniper here. I mean, Eichel is really a sniper himself, but Keatley hopefully can learn from the best, playing a few games with Eichel. Then we got Robertson, Sharangovich, Samoskevich, Tanev, Cates, and Holmstrom, and Vitaly Kravtsov, Jack Drury, and Podkolzin. We also got Gosper, Pesci, Bernard Docker, Chernak, and Clevin, Matt Roy. Power play. Newhook, Robertson, Keatley, Eichel, Gosper. Nasty PP1. Hopefully Robertson can be something on that. PP2, absolutely terrible. Penalty kill, Drury, Tanev, Sharangovich, Cates, and Keatley, Holmstrom. We're giving Keatley all types of chances here in the first preseason game. And here are captains. Captain Jack Eichel for our first captain in franchise history. Pesci and Gosper have the A's. And here's Cohen Keatley, number 79, getting ready for Game 1 in Houston against the Winnipeg Jets. We're finally here to get the first taste of Houston Wranglers hockey. There's Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in net. The fans are buzzing. And there's Captain Eichel at center ice. Okay, first period here against the Winnipeg Jets, and Keatley, the first shot of the game, has his first goal in the NHL. It is only preseason, but on the first line with Eichel, he scores instantly right in the slot. And I want to see after the game who set his first goal up. I can only assume it was the captain. Alright, good first period against Winnipeg. Second period now, Keatley already has the goal. That was the main thing we were hoping to see in the preseason, was Keatley's success. Still 10 minutes, no goals since that first shot of the game. Winnipeg is shooting us with their... There we go, Clevin gets the 2-goal lead for Houston. into the third period of our first preseason game. Come on, Houston. Keep it going. Give the home fans something to cheer about, something to look forward to this regular season. 5 minutes left. 3, 2, 1. We're going to jump in. Minute 59 left in the third period. Looking to win on home ice in front of the fans in the first ever game played by Houston. There's Cohen Keatley. Number 21. I thought I changed it. Maybe I changed it to the wrong number. I thought he was 79. I might have changed it on accident, guys. Sorry about that. But there's Cohen Keatley on the ice. Alex Iafallo loses it to Cohen Keatley. Pesci breaks it up to Newhook. Newhook, Eichel, and Keatley. Newhook tries to take a shot and misses by a mile. There's a minute left in a 2-score game. Come on, Houston. Goalie's being pulled. Velarde takes a shot. He can't get the puck by anybody. Keatley turns it over in center ice. Come on, Keatley. You gotta be better than that. 40 seconds left. Nyquist shoots it. Saved by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Get him the shutout. 35 seconds left. Noah Cates picks it up. He's going to dump it in. Just misses the empty net that was wide open. Shaw to Osterley on the right boards. Osterley gets crushed in the middle. And they dump it in. They can't get anything going right now. We're locking it down for Luukkonen. The fans are on their feet in the first game of the Houston Wranglers franchise. Cates. It's at center ice. Time's running down. And it's going to be a shutout for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in our first game this preseason. We start off with a win. And the team salutes the crowd in our first ever game. Way to end it off, boys. Giving the crowd something to cheer about. Great win. Great win by the boys in our first game at home in front of the Houston fans. Gets a good vibe around the city, having our fourth overall pick scoring his first goal. Now we're in against Dallas. What can we do? Gostisbehere scores on the first shot of the game. This offense. Oh, Robertson ties it up though. This first line loves scoring early, apparently. It's 1-1. Let's sim the rest of the first period. Keatley scores his second goal of the preseason. Halfway through. All of a sudden, I was going to skip the period. But Keatley, huge goal, got me distracted. 3-1. Eichel scores. That first line has 3. That looks like a first line we might have to keep for the regular season. Second period. 4-1. Shane Gostisbehere on that first line D pair. Third period up 3. It's a 4-1 win. Once again, great defense by the team. Newhook with 3 points. Gostisbehere with 3 as well, +4. Eichel 2, Keatley 2, Pesci +4. That first line is incredible. It's looking really good. Our next game against Minnesota here. Let's see if Keatley can keep up his great start. First period. 4-0. Kravtsov, Cates, Eichel, Samoskevich. Once again, we score in the first 2 minutes of the game. Second period, 5-0. Nick Robertson gets his first of the preseason. Third period up 5. 6-1 win, Sharon Govich. And once again, a dominating win for the Houston Wranglers. 2 points for Sharon Govich, 2 for Robertson, 2 for Samoskevich. Let's see. Eichel 1 did. Keatley got 1 point as well. So another point for Keatley. Points scored in all 3 games of this preseason. It's looking really good. Keatley's looking really good. He looks like he might be a first liner this preseason. We're going to stop that. So we're now in the final game of the preseason. How did we do in these other ones? Blues 5-4 overtime win. Blackhawks 4-3, 6-5 loss against Colorado. We are 5-1 in this preseason stretch. Here's Bobrovsky on Nashville. 2-0. Good start. The first line has 2. Eichel and Newhook. 3-0. Kate gets one and 4-1 win. Eichel with the empty netter. Eichel looks great this preseason, starting off strong. No points for our rookie in this game, but let's see how he did in the full preseason, because this is going to be important. You guys let me know if he gets game 1 first line start. 5 points, 2 goals, playing 21 minutes a night on that first line. That is great. Newhook had 9 points in 7 games, possibly a breakout player to watch. 4 points for Robertson, 5 for Sharangovich, 4 for Samoskevich. The third line, Tanev, Cates, and Holmstrom were great. Defense, Gostisbehere had 11 points in those first 7 games. And the goalies, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen starting off strong, and same with Soderblom. So, thank you guys for watching. We had a great off season. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to do in the comments. Any suggestions for the Lions? Any suggestions for trades? Please let me know. Thanks for watching. See ya in the regular season.